Alright, so before we get started with the video here, I just want to let you know that if you hear anything going off in the background, it's probably rednecks lighting off fireworks. I'm recording this on July 3rd. Pretty late in the evening, so if you hear anything in the background, that's probably what it is. With that said, though, I want to discuss some stuff here related to the 57Craft server here. I want to let you know that I hear you, and we are listening to feedback. I am taking this very seriously. I hear your concerns. I hear your feedback. I hear what you guys are talking about. For starters, I want to make sure there's no misconceptions about what the server is and what the server is meant to be here. I've seen the term, PvP or PvP server thrown around a lot. I just want to be very, very clear. This is not a dedicated PvP server. This is not a players constantly going at it all the time. That's the way it's meant to be kind of server. This is not that kind of server. In fact, if you want action 24/7, you're probably better off going to something like a minigame server where you can get that. This is not that kind of server. This is not a dedicated PvP type of server. Okay? But I also want to clear up a particular concern that was very heavily talked about by a lot of people. And that's concerns of items and getting stolen and things getting messed with when players are offline. Because we understand that, not everyone can be on the server 24/7. People have real lives going on. People have jobs. They just have other stuff going on in their real lives. And we are well aware of this. And because of this, I'm going to be adding a mechanic into version 2.0 of 57Craft that will prevent players from messing with your stuff when you are not online. This particularly focuses on the early and mid-game. We're going to be adding a special mechanic to alleviate this problem so you don't have to constantly worry about things getting messed with when you're offline. Okay? Now, it's not going to be broken. It's not going to be an overpowered mechanic. It's not going to outdo the protection beacon or anything crazy like that. The protection beacon item in the game is still going to be very, very useful. But I just want to let you know, we hear you, and we are going to be implementing a feature for that specific purpose. That's coming in version 2 when we relaunch the server, okay? So, I just want to be very, very clear with 57Craft's direction here. 57Craft is still in very, very early development. We are still working out a lot of kinks, working out a lot of problems. Obviously, for those who were at the launch of the first version of 57Craft, a lot of you probably know it was a total disaster. It was a nightmare. Glitches were going on, people were phasing through blocks, things weren't working the way they were supposed to. It was a mess. People had a lot of fun that stream, don't get me wrong. People were having fun in Minecraft, but it was an absolute disaster. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. It helped us find a lot of problems. And again, this is still very early stages of the server, and we're still trying to work a lot of that stuff out. And I also want to let you know here, that we're not just taking community feedback right now. We're going to be taking feedback from you guys for a very, very long time. Right now, 57Craft is in very early development, and I'm going to be listening very closely to community feedback. We're going to be taking feedback. We're going to make different polls and things. Going to ask you how you feel about the server from time to time, during its early development. Because right now, you're not just playing on a Minecraft server. I mean, you are. That's what it is. But you're also influencing the direction we take the server. You're influencing the direction of the server by playing right now. Because that helps us figure out, okay, what can we do to improve this? What can we do to fix that, right? You're helping us improve 57Craft and make it a more solid experience. Because the final goal with 57Craft is to make it a server that is for everyone. That's our current goal. That's my current goal of the server. And we're going to try to make that happen. I'm going to try to continue to work on some of the major issues related to 57 Craft. We're going to try to fix performance issues and bugs and all that good stuff. Part of the issue with last time's launch as well was I tried running the server on a fixed up laptop. That's pretty old. It's probably over 7 years old at this point in time. And I thought it could work, and in testing it worked fine, but the machine just couldn't handle that many players at once. Like, things were lagging out. It was having major performance issues. So we're going to be switching to a proper server host this time around. We're going to be, doing that so the server runs better. We're going to be fixing a ton of the other problems with the server. We're going to be fixing some jank. And we're going to make V 2.0 a really good experience overall. I'm going to fix a lot of stuff. So just give me a little more time on the server. I promise it's going to be good. It's going to be worth your while. With that said, though, I look forward to playing with all of you in 57 Craft very soon.